Okay, enough of this bullshit. Okay, so I'll put my gray hoodie on to talk about this fucking. Oh my god, I'm already a minute in. Holy shit, this video is gonna be fucked up. Anyway, I've been partying here. Okay, so I want to talk about this Death Stranding shit. It's late at night, so I don't think anyone can hear me or anything like that. If they can, hopefully they don't understand what I'm fucking saying. But anyway, okay. So, I'm just gonna recap this shit because it's very confusing. But, anyway, I'm gonna try and, like, translate it in my own way. So basically, in the beginning, there is this landscape and everything. And then you get the main character, Sam, riding on a motorcycle. And, let me think. Okay, sorry, I'm pretty drunk now. Just trying to get the right amount of drunk to make this video. Okay. Okay. So, anyway. So Sam, he gets caught in the rain, and the rain in this world is apparently this fucked up shit that speeds up time. So whenever it hits, we'll go forward in time, or whatever. Then, well, I'm really fucking drunk. Okay, then Sam, he sees this girl, and she's fragile written all over her, which, anyway, oh god, I don't think I can make this video. Okay. Let me think. Okay. Okay. So, I'm not gonna tell it in order, I'm just gonna tell my understanding of it, okay? That'll be way fucking easier. Okay, so here's the deal. So it's the fucking future, the apocalypse has happened, and everything is all fucked up, obviously. You know, apparently, most of the people are dead, and the rest of society is living in these little fucking colonies that they call cities. They call them knots, because they have this whole metaphor of, like, having ropes all over the place, and that's how humans connect, and knots in the rope are cities, and blah, blah, blah. And their symbol is the United States with a spider web all over it. So, anyway, everybody, all the remaining survivors, or whatever, of this fucking catastrophe are all living in the cities, apparently. And they live in this beautiful landscape, you know, and nature is coming back and everything like that. But the humans are just kind of fucked because they're, you know, there's not enough of them now or whatever, and they're too spread out or some shit. This is what all the characters keep fucking complaining about. So, I'm making my hair bad. Okay, so, the main character is Sam, which is funny to me because when I think of Sam in video games, I think of Jetstream Sam, the Spanish samurai, sassy motherfucker. But I guess he actually wasn't Spanish. I think he turned out to be Brazilian or something like that. I don't fucking care. He was funny and I love him. I want to do cosplay of him. But anyway, this guy's also named Sam, which I like to think stands for like semi-automatic human or something like, or no, semi-automatic man, semi-automatic human. Okay, that's hurt my neck like that. Let me do it like this. I don't want to be like looking down on the camera, that's weird. Okay, so, what was I talking about? Sam is a quarter, which is also his middle name. This is one of these things where people's names, like, say something about them and shit like that. So, he is, a delivery man. And he delivers far and wide, and apparently he's fucking, like, famous for it, or whatever. So, anyway, yeah, the first beginning part, he's, like, riding on a motorcycle. And then he gets caught in the rain, and he can't be in the rain. The rain is like death, because the rain will just age you, and you'll just shrivel up like Dorian Gray at the end of the story, you know? And, but it's cool because everybody has raincoats, and apparently that's just fine, and, like, I don't, like, okay, there's a part in the thing where, like, they're in the rain, and a guy gets his gloves wet, and then he touches his face. Like, does that count? Like, does the water age you? You know what I mean? Like, if you get your hand wet and then touch your face, does that mean it'll burn you like Dracula or something, you know? I don't know. Anyway, so, where was I? So Sam's driving around, and he's trying to get out of the fucking rain, and then all these birds start dying, and his deer start running away, and then there's this girl named Fragile. She has Fragile written all over her, which I think is really funny, because, like, most of the time in these type of video games, the girl is, like, really badass and stuff, and she seems like she's pretty badass too, but her name is Fragile. So I don't know if that's some kind of, like, feminist or unfeminist irony or something, I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, apparently she's the Fragile Things delivery person, or whatever. And so, She causes him to wipe out. Well, his dumbass almost hit her. So I don't know if she planned that. She just put herself right there or whatever. But anyway, they wind up in the same cave. He goes topless for no fucking reason. But, you know, they gotta sell sex or whatever. So, what was I talking about? So she catches up with him, right? And she has, like, a skeleton hands thing on the back of her shirt. So I think that means that they're, like, specifically carrying dead bodies or something like that. Because there was something else later on that was about carrying dead bodies and how it's important and all this shit. So I think maybe that's, like, her specialty or something. Or she's carrying, like, the dark matter. Which, anyway, that's more of that later. But anyways, so... And also, I think she can, like, teleport. Because I think she's, like, a hologram. Because in this world, people can make holograms of themselves. Okay? And, but I don't know. Anyway, the point is, she goes in the cave with him. And then they're hiding from these fucking monsters. Every time the rain falls, and it starts aging things, these fucking monsters come out. Which, as far as I can tell, are basically just, like, demons or ghosts or something like that. And they, I think they're supposed to have come out of, like, the underworld and afterlife, whatever. And they are invisible. They leave footprints, or handprints everywhere, I guess. Like, they only have hands. And, what happens? Anyway, they're hiding from these fucking monsters. And I think it's kind of like a two-way street. Like, humans can't see them. They can't see humans, you know? So every time they come around, the humans have to, like, hide. And they have to hold their breath. And they can't let the monster know they're there, you know? And the monster always comes, like, this close to them. And all this shit. So, anyway. What were they talking about? She comes up to him. You know, they hide together and stuff. And then she's like, you wanna work for me? You wanna be my hoe? And he's like, fuck you, you know, and stuff. He's one of these fuck you type of guys, you know? Like, when you think about it, he's actually, like, really rude. Like, he doesn't have any fucking communication skills at all, but he gets away with it. You know, he gets away with it. Because he plays it off all cool. But, yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Okay. So basically, he tells her to fuck off and that he doesn't want to be her hoe. But she's just basically like, look, anytime you want to come around, the door's open, or some shit like that. She said something like that, I think. And she also told him that she got stuck in the rain, but somehow her face got, like, her head, like, got left out of it. And so maybe she had, like, one of those, like, astronaut, like, bubble helmets on, you know? And she was naked, and the rest of her body fucking got in the rain. So she's like, I'm old from the waist, from the neck down. But my face is young. And of course she wears one of those, like, Metal Gear type outfits. It's, like, covers everything, you know? Like, the turtleneck, gloves, everything, you know? So, you know, as long as her figure stays snatched, it's, like, whatever, you know? Anyway, she goes off somewhere. I'm pretty sure she's a hologram. But we'll see later if they reveal that or not. So, he goes... Oh, because he had some shit, I guess, or whatever. And the bike went off the cliff. Did I say that? Anyway, so he had to walk, and he walked back to the fucking base or whatever, where they were trying to get him to deliver some, like, Iditarod drugs or something. So, anyway, he gave them the shit, and then they, what happened after, oh, right, so he was hanging around this fucking base or whatever, and then this truck shows up, and this dude comes out, and he's like, what's up, like, come with me up on this truck. And then the guy, they both go on the truck together, and there's a fucking dead body, and then this guy is saying, like, oh, in this world, when people die, like, my heart's beating, like, really hard. I think it's okay, though. Okay. What was I gonna say? Okay. So yeah, they get up on this truck, and the guy's telling him, like, look, in this world, when people die, they fucking explode, and it causes this huge, like, nuclear blast to go off. And, yeah, give me one sec. I need some water or something, I think. Okay, I'm fine. Whatever. Okay, I'll be fine. If I pass out before this video's over, I'll know something's wrong. Okay, so what was I talking about? Okay, so, basically, he says, anytime somebody dies, they explode, and this huge-ass fucking nuke goes off, and it destroys fucking everything around it. And you have, like, a little bit of time, like, a little bit of buffer window before that happens. I think it's, like, before rigor mortis sets in or something like that, you know? And so, anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so anyways, they have a certain little buffer amount of time to get the dead body to an incinerator, because apparently if you burn the body, it doesn't count, or something. I don't know why. I guess it's because, okay, everything in this story is basically blamed upon this, like, material, which I assume is some kind of, like, molecule or dark matter or something like that. Excuse me. And, everything is basically gonna be blamed on that shit, and I think it's, like, supposed to be, like, matter from the other side or whatever, from Ghost World, you know? So, they said they only have a little bit of time before all this shit starts coming out of the body. I guess if you burn that shit that's in the body, it won't, like, do its thing. But if you wait too long, it will, or something. So anyways, the guy is like, we have to go to the incinerator and put this body in there. And they're just like, and then Sam is like, why don't you just burn it right here, because we don't have time, it's gonna explode. And the other guy is like, I don't want to do that because it's gonna burn all that chemical that's in the body. And that will, you know, go in the air and everyone will breathe it in, and it will be bad for us. So they're like, fine, we'll go to the incinerator. This is the kind of person that Sam is, okay? Every time somebody asks him to do something, he's just like, I don't want to. And then they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, okay. Well, we'll see, because I'm only into, like, the second hour, only a little bit. I'm watching the Jacksepticeye version. Okay. So, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? I don't remember now. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, right. Okay, Sam and this other guy are on the truck. Oh, and then the other guy was like, oh, I forgot to mention something, too. So when Sam was in the cave with the Fragile, she was asking all these fucking invasive-ass questions and shit like they knew each other. And she was just saying, like, oh, you have Dooms. Dooms is basically like The Shining, okay? Dooms is where you have psychic powers, I guess, or the Sixth Sense, where you can, he's like, I feel dead people, but I can't see them, because you have to have a higher level of Dooms to do that. But anyway, oh, and also, I think he said to Fragile, he was like, you're more dead than me, or something like that. So I'm assuming that does mean that she's a hologram, and that her body is, like, in the fucking limbo area with Amelie, but that comes later. Anyway, so, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so anyway, she's like, you have Dooms, and that's like the Sixth Sense or whatever, but there's different levels of it apparently, because it's very scientific. And she's like, you have level 2, that means you can sense them, but you can't see them. And then, apparently it's bad, apparently it's like an illness or something. Well, he makes it seem like it's like a terminal illness or something, or he says something about that. But then also at the same time, he can't die, he's like immortal, like he would come back to life, but that's later. So anyway, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Where was I? Oh yeah, okay. So they're on the truck together, and the guy says, you have Dooms, which will help me out, because we have to go through this shitty-ass neighborhood with all these fucking ghosts and demons in it, and they're gonna try to fuck us up, and because you can sense when they're near, you can, like, warn me, or whatever. And then he's like, well, just that by yourself, we're still gonna be fucked. And the guy's like, well, I have a baby, a bridge baby. And there's something about bridges, like, being connections and stuff like that. So I guess this is my idea, okay? I think it's because the baby, it's not a born baby. First of all, it's aquatic. It's living in, like, a sack of liquid, so that makes me think it's, like, a not born yet baby. And, because it's not born yet, it's still, like, connected to the other side, or whatever, you know? Because I guess, like, before you're born and after you die, it's kind of like one thing, or whatever. So, the baby is still kind of, like, conscious in that world, you know, I think, is what's going on. And anyway, somehow that fucking helps them know where the things are. Oh, I think maybe because the guys, okay, they have these fucking, like, Space Marine mech suits on, and they have all these fucking things they can plug into. So, the guy plugged into the baby, and I think when you do that, you, like, can share a mind or something like that. I don't know. Because later on, the baby and Sam were, like, reading each other's minds, I think, is what's going on. They kind of explained it, but the way they explained it was kind of convoluted, so I didn't fully get what they meant, you know? But, anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so anyway, they're like, with you and the baby, we can make it, okay? So they set off on this fucking truck, and then all this black stuff, which is this chemical everyone keeps complaining about. And here's the thing, they call it chiralium, and everything is chiral matter and all this shit. Isn't Chiron the god, like the dude who, the ferryman that takes you across the river Styx? Isn't that what's going on in there? So, yeah, I'm assuming it means that's, like, the matter that, like, connects our world to the, like, the underworld or whatever, you know? So, anyway, and it looks like that ink from Inky and Bendy and the Ink Machine. It looks like that, and when all the monsters come out, you know, like, they're made of ink, and they just kind of come out and all that shit. Reminds me of that one part of Dante's Inferno when they're in the mud pit, and the muddy people are coming up, and that one guy stole the silver, like, tries to snatch Dante out of the boat. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So anyway, they're driving and all this stuff, and the dude starts, you know, for no fucking reason, just starts talking and just being like, I'm gonna explain some stuff to the audience. You don't mind, right? Sam's like, I fucking hate everybody, so I don't give a fuck. And then the dude is like, well, the apocalypse happened, and it's because of something called Death Stranding. And when they say strand, they usually literally mean, like, a string in this story. So anyway, like, so, what was I gonna say? Anyway, so he's talking about, oh, when I was a kid, shit was good, you could travel around America, and now America sucks. It's fucking, like, we got, something happened, and now we're, like, full of holes. I think that means, like, portals to the underworld. Like, portals just came up everywhere, that's what I'm getting from this. And now it's like, oh, there's gateways to hell everywhere, and man, it fucking sucks, you can't fucking do shit, you know, everybody's gotta stay inside, and, you know, like, blah, blah, blah. I forgot what else he said. He was just explaining some shit, but really just, like, kind of not explaining at the same time. And so, anyway, they're driving and all this shit, and then all of a sudden it starts raining. The fucking time rain comes down, and the time rain makes all the fucking monsters come out. So all the monsters start coming out, and they, like, get their claws all in the car, and the driver's like, ah. And then they said something about the car battery died or something like that, I don't know. And, anyways, they're all surrounded, and the monsters are all around them, and then somehow they get in a fucking car accident. I don't remember how, I think the ghost, like, ran the car off the road or something, or flipped it. And then the car landed on the driver, so he was trapped under there, and then Sam was like, way over here, and then the other dude was over here, and he was trying to get his friend out from under the truck, and then his face was being rained on, and he was getting all old. And then, which isn't that from Metal Gear 4, or something like that? Don't they have some shit in Metal Gear 4 about, like, they age, I thought it was like they gave the agents a drug to where if they got captured, they would start to age really fast, so that they can't give away secrets, or some bullshit like that. Anyway, apparently that technology got out in the future, and the air got so polluted with people using it all the time that now it just rains. Shared universe. Anyway, okay. So, what happens next? Okay, so then the demons come out and everything. They start making their little ink puddles on the ground. And every time there's, like, death or anything like that, these ink puddles come out, okay? So the dead body that they were supposed to take to the incinerator, all this ink starts coming out. And then all this ink starts coming out on the ground like a tar pit. All this ink starts coming out around their friend and shit. And these demons come up made of ink, you know, or tar or whatever. So they grab the friend and they, like, drag him off, and then the dude is like, he shoots him in the head, and then he's like, sorry. Like, why are you sorry? I'm sure he would rather be shot than be eaten alive by demons. Oh yeah, and then somebody else said at some point that if a living human gets killed by the demons, it also causes an explosion or some shit. So anyway, what was I talking about? What happened next? This thing is so fucking confusing and weird. Okay, let me think. So the two guys got killed by the demons, okay. Sam was standing over here. The baby dropped off the guy's mech suit thing, and the baby was floating in its little aquarium. Sam picked it up, and he was like, you're safe with me, baby. And then this big, huge, fucking Satan-looking asshole came out of nowhere. The lightning was flashing behind him and stuff. And then he was standing hella big and shit, and I guess he ate the guy. And, it's funny because the first time I watched it, I thought that he had bat wings, but then the second time I watched it, I realized he was just a giant guy holding a bunch of strings, so it wasn't the bat wings that I was seeing, it was like strings coming out like this, you know? This is what I'm talking about, like the strings are very prevalent, because later on they show like these ghosts. They're almost kind of like Dementors or something like that, and they're like attached by strings, so it's like, they're almost kind of like astronauts, I guess, how astronauts are connected by that little oxygen tunnel, you know? And, or like, I think it's supposed to be an umbilical cord, but really what's the fucking difference, right? So anyway, maybe it means that they're like ghosts that are like still leeching off of the world of the living or something like that, you know? know. It's very deep and trashy. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, right. Anyways, so the big Satan asshole comes out of the ground, and then this huge fucking explosion goes off, like everyone was talking about. Oh, and Sam, I forgot this in the very, very, very beginning. Sam had a little monologue about explosions, but it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, so Sam had the baby, and then he wound up on this place called, I think it's this place that they call the beach. It is a beach, and I think it's kind of like limbo, like when you fucking die, you go there, and then if you go into the ocean, you're really dead, and then if you go back, you're alive. But they reveal this shit about, oh, you can't die, you're fucking immortal, and every time you die, you just come here. I guess maybe because he's part ghost or something like that, I don't fucking know. But anyway, they're like, every time you die, you come here, and you just have to go back into your body, so that's fucking convenient, right? I mean, I feel like that's almost like meta, because like, when you're a video game character, you're like the only one who comes back like multiple times. And everybody else is just like, they think they're only seeing you for that one time, but really it's like, it's the millionth time. You've seen them thousands of times that they will never know about, because you're fucking time traveler or whatever. Anyway, I have to pee pretty soon. Let me see. Okay, so, anyway, Sam and the baby wind up on this fucking beach, and there's like this trailer they showed where he's on the beach, and he's like fucking butt-ass naked, and he has all these handprints all over him, so you can tell at one point he was like gang raped by a bunch of demons or some shit, I don't know. Oh, and everybody else says he has a phobia of being touched, so I'm assuming it's one of these like, I was raped and now I don't want anybody to touch me type of situations, which I'm totally down with, by the way. I love it when tough guys have shit like that going on. I think it's the fucking best. So I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, you know. Anyway, so, what was I gonna say? Right, so the baby is there, he's like hugging the baby, and then, and he has these fucking dog tags on, and the baby disappears, turns into little handprints, because, you know, that's all ghosts are, is apparently handprints. And then the baby goes away, they go into the ocean, and he goes into his own mouth, and then the baby is inside of him, and gives him like a thumbs up, and then he goes further into himself, and then he comes out of his mouth, but his other mouth on the other side, and then he's alive again, so that makes, you know, this makes total sense, you know, and, what else happened? Oh, and also he had like a C-section scar in his belly or something, so I'm like, are they using guys to be like surrogate moms or something, to just like pump out these fucking babies, you know? Anyway, my theory is that he was probably one of these babies that was like bred to have psychic powers or whatever. Maybe he wasn't supposed to live, and I think when he got gang raped by all the demons and ghosts, that was like a time, maybe that was like the first time he died, or something that happened that traumatized him, obviously. And then, you know, some shit. Anyway, so then he goes back, and, oh right, he wakes up, he's on this fucking table, okay, and he's handcuffed, and, then the scientist man comes in, and it's just all like, it's all, you know. And the guy, you know, he just kind of explains shit. He's like, oh, this is what we're doing, this is what's going on and stuff. And, you know, try out this technology, try out this thing, and like, you know, hey, you've been in a coma for like 2 days, and while you were out cold, like, everyone was fucking you, like in Kill Bill, you know, and, you know, stuff like that. And, anyway, eventually he lets Sam go. And, he's like, hey, go see the president of the United States. We finally had a woman president. You know, apparently she's the only one, you know. It's kind of too bad that we had to have a woman. Finally, we got a woman president, and then the fucking apocalypse had to go off. You know, what the fuck is that? You know, what the fuck is that? Maybe some fucking woman-hating ass motherfuckers, like, set off the apocalypse just because of that, you know? Assholes. Anyway, you have to go see the president, because she's your motherfucking mom, and you haven't spoken to your mom in, like, hell long. Stop being a motherfucking bitch, brat. And go and talk to your motherfucking mom, because she's about to die, apparently. She's like an hour away from dying, so, you know, you better atone for your sins, bitch. So, Sam is like, you know, he's like, oh, I don't wanna. He's such a fucking, there's gotta be a kink term for this, when you're a fucking bottom who, like, Briar Rabbits it, you know? You're like, no, I don't wanna, but you really do, because you always fucking give in the end, and you know you're gonna fucking give in the end, so why even fucking play the game? You know you're gonna fucking give in the end, just cut to the motherfucking chase, or hold your fucking ground. But, anyway, whatever, so, So the guy is like, go to her and talk to her. So we go to the fucking place. They got this whole room decked out like the Oval Office. And she's like laying in the bed, and she comes over, and he comes over to her, and then these other two assholes are like, alright, we're gonna leave you here. Oh, I almost forgot the scientist when he was telling about all the gadgets and stuff like that, doing his like cute talk. Like, one of the things he showed, that was when he said the whole thing about holograms and how basically anybody can make a hologram of themselves whenever they want using the dark matter from the other world somehow. And it's like, you know, then it's like you can transport yourself anywhere. It's like you're there, but you're really fucking not. And, you know, apparently everybody's transporting themselves all over the place with these damn holograms. And so, anyway, anyway, that was a thing. So, what were they talking about? Anyway, so he goes to the president's fucking Oval Office and shit. Which, when you have a plot twist where you're like, your motherfucking Gary Stu-ass character is now the president's son. It's like, you gotta go talk to the president. Your mom. What the fuck is that? That's some ridiculous ass shit. That sounds like something that would happen in Doug. But anyway, it happened. So he had to go talk to his mom. And she's like, oh, you finally came back to visit me. I guess the whole thing about me dying worked, because finally you're here. Like, look, I've been calling you forever, and you never pick up. Like, are you seriously still mad? But she tries to be nice about it. She's like, I know you hate me. I know I kind of fucked up, you know, like, I was drinking on your birthday and all this shit, you know. And he's just like, kind of like, you know, he's your typical fucking emo brooding asshole, you know. He's just like, what are my feelings, Mom? I'm not making it up to you. And she's just like, oh, come here, son. And he's like, and she's like, come here. She jumps up out of the bed and fucking grabs him. And he's like, get off me, Mom, get off me. And then he backs him up against the wall. And then she grabs him by his little wristband handcuff thing. I didn't say everybody has Apple Watch in this, but it's like a handcuff Apple Watch everybody has on. So, anyway, she grabs his thingy and she's like, this proves to me that you really are saying yes, even though you're saying no. And he's like, no, Mom, no. And she's like, yes. And then, she's like, you have to fucking help me, or there's no game. And so, anyway, again, I really have to pee. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, I'm back. So, where the fuck was I? Okay. So yeah, Sam is the president's son, and her name is Bridget Strand. Okay, so anyway, so she is all over him, and she's telling him, you have to fucking serve me, you have to fucking serve me. And then she fucking dies with that black shit all over her. And then, after she dies, the entire room turned out to be a fucking hologram that was just made to look like the Oval Office, and it was really just some empty-ass room with some strands hanging from the ceiling. So, anyway, they're like, these guys come in, and they're like, we have to fucking get this body to an incinerator before it explodes. So, blah, blah, they put all this pressure on Sam and shit, and fucking do all this bullshit. And then he puts the dead body of his mom up on his back, and he climbs up this mountain and all this crap, and then the demons attack, and then it starts raining, and he goes inside the incinerator place. And, yeah, he puts her in the incinerator, it starts fucking raining, and all the demons and ghosts and monsters come out, and they start banging on the glass, and they're just like, no, you're in there, bitch, we can smell you, and all this stuff. And he's just like, oh, fuck, what do I do? And then, he decides, oh, I remember, this is an important part. Remember the baby from before? So apparently the baby didn't die. It was like, maybe it went into him when he went into his own body, like, so maybe they are sharing the body or something like that? I don't know. Which, does that make him pregnant? I don't know. This fucking, the Japanese, I swear to God, man, they can do anything. Anyway, so, they sent the baby up there with him, and they were like, this is before the monsters attacked. They're like, put the baby in a fucking incinerator, because it's useless to us now. It didn't do whatever it was supposed to do. I guess it didn't do a good job of warning against the ghosts and monsters earlier. And they're like, just abort it. And he's just like, he just looks at the baby, and he's just like, I don't want to abort it, I want to have a baby. And they're just like, fuck that, like, get an abortion, bitch. But he's just like, I'm keeping my baby! Or whatever, however that goes. And, yeah, so he keeps the baby. Then, that's when the monsters attack, and then some blah 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 bullshit, he decides to just run outside, because he didn't want to stay there, I guess it was too dangerous or whatever. And he runs outside, and then all the fucking monsters and demons are trying to pull him down into Bendy's ink machine. And, but he gets away. And then, which I have yet to see a death in this game, I have yet to see a fucking game over, you know? Which I'm kind of interested to see. But anyway, what was I gonna say? What happened next? Oh man, I can't remember what happened next. It was a whole bunch of fucking explaining. Oh, I remember what happened next. Okay, so he came back from the mountain. And they were like, oh, because I forgot to mention something. When Sam was talking to Bridget, President Bridget Strand, she was talking about somebody named Amelie, and named after her favorite movie, and how Amelie went out west and was trying to reconnect all the fucking cities of the post-apocalyptic world or whatever. And so she says, like, you gotta go out there and help her. And so that's what she was saying right before she died. I kind of forgot to say that, I think. I don't remember what I said. But anyway, so he comes back. The guys are like, are you gonna do what we want? Are you gonna fucking go, tread Amelie's path and try and, like, reconnect all the cities of a post-apocalyptic America? And he's just like, fuck you guys. And they're like, we'll give you a nice bedroom. And he's still saying, like, fuck y'all or whatever. So then they bring in Amelie, and she's like a hologram. And she's like, I went all the way to San Francisco, and San Francisco, people are fucking assholes over there. Apparently they made San Francisco the bad one in this. And they're like, those San Franciscan assholes, they just want their independence and liberty and shit, and they don't want to fucking conform. I went out there as a missionary to try and, like, convert them, and they didn't want to do it, and they took me hostage to say, like, look, everybody leave us the fuck alone. Let us do our own gay shit over here. And don't fuck with our, progressive ways or whatever. Don't try to make us be like you. And she was like, they have me kidnapped over here, and they are like terrorists, and they like, if people try to fuck with them, they'll like kill somebody, and it'll set off a huge explosion, And, she's just like, you gotta come help me, you gotta come get me out of here. And she shows him this like really cute little, weird, like, bit cartoon thing of like little toy soldiers moving around. It's really creepy, actually. It's kinda, I like it. But, anyway. Yeah, everything's acted out with little toy soldiers, and then she has a little toy soldier of him, I guess, and a little toy soldier of her, and they, like, act out, like, him, like, rescuing her. And then, but then it's weird because they make it seem like they're brother and sister. So, I don't know if Amelie is, that basically nothing is off the table here. So, Bridget could be just a regular sister. She could be, like a clone of Bridget, or she could be like a fully AI creature that Bridget created because she knew she was gonna die, and she like was like, well, she did like that whole fucking what's that Johnny Depp movie? She like made herself like a robot, and then she's like, after I die, put my consciousness into the robot so I can like live again, basically, or some shit like that. So that could be going on. Or she could be like, she said that her body is stuck in limbo land, the beach, as they say. But then she also said that she was like a prisoner, a hostage, or whatever. So, like, I don't know if she's talking about, like, she's in limbo. Maybe she's dead. Like, maybe they, like, captured her and half-killed her or something. She put her in a coma or something. So she's, like, in limbo and under their captivity. Or maybe it's just because it's San Francisco and they're literally on 48th Ave or something. Anyway. So, whatever. Basically, they finally went over Sam's stupid ass. And they're like, he says, I'll do anything for Amelie, even though I hate you motherfuckers. And then they're like, okay, awesome, you're on board. And, they send him out to do some more shit. I think that's about as far as I got. But yeah, I can't wait to see what comes next, or whatever. They like to re-explain things a lot, man, and it's funny. It's just like Metal Gear. It's like you get the phone call like every 2 seconds. I really want to make a video of that song Telephone, about the phone blowing up. And then, what else? What else? I don't know what else to say. Oh, they let Sam keep the baby. So that's something.